Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of our IWC Radio podcast. We're taping this in advance because of some technical hiccups with, specifically my internet that we're trying to get fixed. So we're putting this one in the can, as they say. And speaking of
Did you
cans,
nearly just call us the AEW?
I know, because I saw when I did the transition, AEW was at the top, and I was like, oh. AEW, that's what my brain registered as. I mean, I guess we could be
pay-per-view week, pay-per-view review, pay-per review of an AEW show. So it's AEW
Kind of.
podcast this week.
It's
Tony
AEW
couldn't
adjacent.
Tony Khan could definitely afford us. Have you seen the guys he employs now?
Yeah, true.
Got a point. No love for the segue though of like putting it in the can and speaking of can and I popped the top.
No, do you know what?
I didn't get it, but that was subtle.
On it. Yeah.
It was excellent. That was pro stuff.
Thank
right
you.
there.
Thank
It
you.
was that subtle, we didn't notice it.
Not appreciated in your time.
No, very good that though. Well done.
Thank you. I went shopping yesterday because of last week we were discussing about those new flavored Oreos, the Coca-Cola flavor Oreos. They had them in
I saw
stock.
some of that during the shop during the week actually. I was repulsed by just looking at it.
Which one, the Coke Oreos or the Oreo Coke?
The Coke Oreos. I was in Costco of all places, and they had them in big cases. And funny enough, no one was buying
They
them.
sound okay. I wouldn't mind the Coke Oreos, but I've had the Oreo Coke and it's disgusting. It's as bad as you think it would be.
Sorry, no. Hang on. What do you mean? I'm talking about the drink.
Yeah, well, they've done both,
Yeah, I know. But
and the drink is vile. You don't want
yeah,
it.
Oh.
no, that's what they had in Costco.
But they've also made Coke flavored Oreos,
Oh, really?
and
I
they
haven't
sound like
seen
that.
one.
That might work.
Yeah. It's a weird collab, if you will, for both sides.
Cola, you've done it again. That's a cola collab. I like it.
Thank you. I've been working on my. See, when we're taped, I'm much more forward with the puns,
Yeah.
I guess.
Much funnier when there's no one listening.
Yeah. That's true.
Not every week.
Yeah. Let's just not put this out. Have a little chat amongst ourselves.
This one stays in the can.
Stays in the can.
Yeah, I wanted to get them, but more on that later. But it was. I wanted the Mountain Dew Voodoo stuff, but they don't have them in stock, and so I was like, all right, let me go for the Oreos. And the only form of the drink that they had was in the bottles, and I was like, I thought about getting it, but I passed on it. And then the Oreos were in the regular size, the family size ones were the only ones on sale. So instead, I got the dark chocolate ones and the toffee crunch ones. And I don't know if you guys get those flavors over there, but they're really good.
No,
we
it's just
don't
all
get
Oreo.
fancy
in the
flavors.
end.
Yeah.
Oreo, they're not that good.
Really?
If we're honest here.
Really? What would be your favorite cookie then?
Funny you should ask. I was live.
Oh, hold on. This portion of the... I almost called it AEW again. This portion of the IWC Radio podcast is brought to you by Oreos. We're not really affiliated with them, but we would love to take a sponsorship from them. And also Mountain Dew Baja Blast. It's the can that I opened during the show. This technical hiccup will be resolved hopefully in just a jiffy. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Sorry for the technical hiccup there. We had a brief outage. Fortunately, I was able to pause the recording in time and film that that mock ad read for the record during the break. Now, Chucks, before we got interrupted, you were saying what your favorite cookie was, and then everything fell apart.
Since you didn't hear what it is, what do you think it might be?
Well, it's not Oreo. You said you didn't like Oreo.
It's not Oreo. Oreo is not that great.
It's an acquired taste, I guess.
Yeah, I've never acquired any taste. Not coffee, not beer, not any of the things that you're supposed to acquire. I've never acquired a taste in my life.
I want to say chips.
Sorry, just one.
No, go ahead.
Sorry, before you, do you not drink coffee or beer either?
No.
I mean,
I'm
neither
the
do I.
same.
They're both disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird though, isn't it? We don't like Oreos, coffee or beer.
Maybe they're all related somehow.
Mm. Sorry, sure, carry on.
I was gonna say Chips Ahoy, but I don't know
Chips
if you
Ahoy.
get. I don't know if you get Chips Ahoy over there.
We don't, but I have had some brought back from a holiday at some point, and they were fine, but a bit like dry and kind of dusty. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I totally get it because it does feel like sandy in your mouth a little bit, and you kind of need it with milk to kind of keep it together. No, that's a fair critique.
Now, my
go ahead.
favorite cookie, and I would say might be the best cookie, like ever, objectively, is the Subway white chocolate macadamia nut cookie.
Oh, I've had white chocolate macadamia, not from Subway specifically, but I've had a
Now you got to try.
And yeah, that's a good flavor. That's a sophisticated flavor, I would say.
It's sophisticated. It's macadamia nut. None of this hazelnut crap. It's a macadamia nut, so that's an expensive nut. And Subway, because they're Subway, and a lot of people go to Subway, they usually have them pretty fresh as well. It's rarely been, left out for a day. They're usually still kind of soft. So,
okay.
That's the one.
All right, that's.
See, I'd say I'd try one, but without sounding childish, I'm not a big fan of nuts.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
It's good nut though.
I like peanuts and all that. No, I'm kind of with Will a little bit. Maybe not so much in a cookie. I mean, I'll eat it if I have to, but preferably no nuts.
You don't like beans or nuts? Finding out.
I like nuts. I'm not crazy about the beans.
I've noticed over the last few years, and I guess you guys might not if you're not big fans of nuts, but for my whole life, all through my childhood, and my teenage years, and even into my 20s a little bit, the standard, or at least a classic cookie, whether it's like Maryland cookies or whatever, everyone had a brand of chocolate chip and hazelnut cookies. That's like cheese and onion crisps. That's just like a standard thing. You find it everywhere. Lately, last 5 to maybe even 10 years, only chocolate chip. The hazelnuts have disappeared from cookies.
Yeah. Snickers used to make a hazelnut, and it was very muted.
Oh, in the Snickers, that's true. Yeah, they were. Oh, they did an almond one as well.
1 second, I got it.
Not the same, I think.
See, because of my
I think they did an almond one.
dislike of nuts, I've never had a Snickers.
Never had a Snickers.
Never had a Snickers.
Damn, not even a celebration Snickers.
No. You'll find if I usually around Christmas when you get to the celebrations, at the end of Christmas I've got a tub just full of Snickers. I'll eat everything else, just not Snickers.
Guess what I do that with then? What's my least favorite celebration?
Oh, you're gonna say Bounty, aren't you?
No, I love a Bounty.
No.
I eat them with a Galaxy Caramel at the same time and make a disgusting combination in my mouth. No, not them.
I was almost hounded out of work once for suggesting I like Bounties. Apparently no one likes them.
Hounded out of work.
We had a big tin of celebration. Someone bought our team as a sort of thank you for the year's work. Big tin of celebrations, bigger than the normal one, massive it was. And there was loads of Bounties left. This was like the week after Christmas. And I'm going, I was made up. I was like, yeah, I'll have them. I love a Bounty, me. And I was like, everyone was disgusted in me. I was like, what's wrong with a Bounty? Bounties are lovely.
No, I feel that thing, that aversion to a Twix.
Oh,
You don't like
no, I like
you
a
don't like
Twix.
Twix? Wait a minute.
I don't like Twix.
What the? I'm
What's wrong with
fighting
you?
words.
I get that reaction a lot. Twix.
What's wrong with Twix? Just
What
biscuit
what Twix ever
caramel.
do to you?
What did Twix ever do to me? An ad campaign where they tried to convince me that left Twix and right Twix aren't the same thing.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. It's a pretty dumb ad campaign. No, I agree. I'm with you on that.
No, it's just not. I don't need that bit of biscuit. Chocolate's fine, I guess, but no, not for me. Those Twixes. I try them every few years. I think I'll try a Twix. Maybe I like it now, and I never do. Same with a mince pie at Christmas. Yeah, I'll try mince pie. No, it's still disgusting. I do that.
You know, it's quite nice. If you won't like them because it's basically a Twix, but the knockoff version in Lidl.
Mm.
I don't know I can't remember what they're called. They're called something else. Like Twox or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's quite nice.
It's called. Would you believe it? It's called a caramel and biscuit.
Oh, come on! There's no effort being made there. I mean, the
Sure enough.
PR department had an off day there, didn't they?
Sure enough. Caramel and biscuit.
It's Aldi
everybody.
that usually tries a little bit. They usually
Actually, you're
do
right.
something
Yeah,
a little
Aldi.
bit cheeky. And like,
That's more of a mouthful than probably whatever that's packaged with there.
Isn't there Mars something called like Jupiter or something? Something ridiculous like that.
Can't they just call it like a twonks, maybe?
Aldi,
Jive, that's it.
Jive.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What in the world?
They missed the check. They should have called it like Jupiter or something. Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Makes not much more
Anyway.
sense. Just unless I did mention this when we went off recording, so I'll just say it again. In terms of cookies, you said you hadn't tried them when we went off smoke, but Domino's cookies,
Mm.
they're pretty up there. Although, because Domino's is more delivery stuff, and you can't really go and get one. You suppose you could if you went to the shop, but you've got to if you don't get it when it's not just being made, if it's not fresh,
Yeah.
you need that warmth because they make them hot and it's all chewy
Oh
inside.
yeah, fresh cookies are the best. Like
Yeah.
hands down. I don't think anybody's gonna dispute that.
But yeah, you've got to get it. If you deliver it to you and it's cold, they're still quite nice, but they're not quite the same.
They do a standard cookie, then that's a chocolate chip cookie. They do double chocolate and caramel cookies as well.
Oh, that sounds good.
They look pretty good. That looks like, yeah, it's like stuffed. It's filled with caramel. Twisted dough balls, chocolate and cinnamon. Okay.
They're quite nice. They do a pizza, chocolate pizza.
Oh, like a chocolate pizza bread thing, yeah.
Yeah. Which I think every time I actually ordered Domino's last night actually, and I see it every time I order it, and I think, oh, that looks nice, and I think it might be a bit too sickly after like 2 bites,
Yeah.
so I don't think I'd actually eat it. If I'm with people, I might get one eventually. On my own, I'm not getting it.
Yeah, I'm not into, and I don't know if you must have seen the trend that's been happening over the last little while of barbecue sauce-based pizzas.
That's been happening for years.
Especially for like the meaty ones, when it's like all the meats pizza, it's always got a barbecue sauce base. And that again, you can have a bite of it, and then it's that's too much barbecue sauce.
It's a bit too sweet, I think.
Yeah, way too sweet.
I think I made a mistake once on the Domino's. They make your own.
Uh-oh.
And I swapped out me tomato base for barbecue, thinking, oh, that'd be nice. No, it wasn't.
No, it's not.
It was.
I like barbecue
It
sauce
was for a
much better than
bite, like you
ketchup.
say.
That's
Yeah.
one of those things I think you have to go into the store and just like, can I sample your barbecue sauce to see what it tastes like?
Have one little bite, yeah.
Yeah. Should we get on to the wrestling? Since we were basically an AEW.
We should. I've just realised, well, you're taking it off now because we can't see your screen, but beforehand, we
I thought I
need to get a new token spot.
I can see it. Yeah.
Did you? Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
no, I'm on the wrong window. Sorry, I did that.
it's
I've done
okay.
that before, haven't I?
All good. Yeah, the new SmackDown logo dropped.
We need a new token snack logo, don't we?
By the way, that's an early thumbs up for me. It's the new graphic scheme.
Oh.
I don't have the music ready here, unfortunately, but I can cut to it.
I might just keep it though because you won't believe how long it took me to make that token snack logo. So
It still
yeah.
looks good.
But you're right though. We'll get to it later. But the new
it's invisible right now
theme,
because
if you like. Yeah.
I want to unveil it when we get to it here. But
Cool.
Oh, you've already got your thumbs written in. Oh. All right. So are we doing prediction?
yes.
Yeah.
Hey, prediction reviews.
For the controversial All Out.
Yeah, I suppose it was controversial. There was some murders.
It was.
Yeah.
Murdered.
Legit murdered. So we had the pre-show on this night. Was lots of trios matches.
We were actually live, weren't we, when most of this was happening?
Yeah, we were, and I think there was at least one that we didn't predict. Right, so we had 12 there. Oh no, there were 12. We got them all. Cool. All right. So, opener, which we must have seen last week, the Acclaimed beat the Iron Savages. So we get points. Beans does not. Beans did get his predictions in.
Yes.
From afar. But Iron Savages, I guess he doesn't know who they are. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm not totally sure, to be fair.
They're Bear Country.
If you remember them.
Still don't know.
Because you remember Bear Country, they're everyone's favourite tag team. They were awesome. Now they just make jokes about eating ass.
Oh, it's them. No, yeah.
Now you remember.
No. Should you mentioned eating ass, so I was there.
There's only one tag team that do that. But they lost this time. Even though Billy Gunn was right there.
Was, yeah.
No
you
answer.
be some sort of assistance.
Some assistant. He loves to love.
Yes.
And the next up was Hologram, who was not a hologram. He's a real solid
Actual person.
Yeah, he's a real person. Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes, they're the ROH Tag Champions. They beat the Premier Athletes, Tony Nese, Ariya Daivari, and Josh Woods. To no one's surprise, points for everyone on there. We all had the face team to win. Hologram still undefeated. We had the Bang Bang Gang, who I guess are just not the Bullet Club anymore. Full time the Bang Bang Gang. They beat the Dark Order. And again, we all knew there was a real team and a jobber tag team. And that's the way it went. We were split though on the main event of the pre-show, the three-way trios match. Because can't get enough trios action, I guess. I had Top Flight with Action Andretti. Will had the Shane Taylor Beasts team of Shane Taylor Promotions and the Beast Immortals. Beans, though, when he got his late predictions in, agreed with Smoot that the Undisputed Kingdom would win, and they did. The points for Smoot and Beans. Or as Beans calls them, Roderick's team. Which
Yeah. He does get a point. Yeah, I gave him...
He does get a point.
I'm sorry.
They are kind of Adam Cole's team, but
not really.
Not really anymore. I don't know where he is. So that's the pre-show. Smoot is currently undefeated on this. He's got a perfect game.
Oh wait, give it time.
Can he hold on?
That goes out the
Main show
window
opened-
on the first match.
Yeah. Main show opened with MJF beating Daniel Garcia, because of course he did. Which means points for everyone except for Smoot. That was his downfall. We are now all tied on 4 out of 5 for the night. Any thoughts on this? Seems like MJF is out again.
Yeah, which
Like-
means why wouldn't you have Danny Garcia just get the win?
Because it's still Danny Garcia.
Yeah, but come on! If you're trying to build him up as a credible contender, you can't have him lose matches like that.
Are they trying to build him as a credible
Yes.
contender? Really?
Yes, I remember
I-
one of the post press conferences, like last year, they were saying that they were going to invest in Danny Garcia.
I don't see it.
I mean, if you don't see it, that's fine, but like, this is not how you build talent.
That's probably true, especially if you know MJF's going to be out. You may as well just have him win. But something about him, something about his face. He always looks like he's sad or something. He's just not, doesn't have the right face. I don't believe it. Good wrestler and everything. Done a good promo or two, but I'm not sold. I'm not sold on Garcia just yet. Beans also had MJF, so.
Oh, did he? Okay, yeah, you're right.
With his
Sorry.
promo,
I didn't get a chance to pop these in beforehand.
No, fair enough. Then our first title match of the night, the Tag Team Championship.
Oh, God, yeah.
You won. You got the Bucks on this one.
Oh, I did, yeah.
You did. Yeah,
Okay.
you went for him. So you get a point. I get a point. Will gets a point. Beans does not. The BCC, Claudio and Wheeler did not win. So Beans loses out. Some good stuff here, I guess, but the big news with the BCC will come later.
Yeah.
What was next up? Assuming you don't have any notes for tag title match.
My notes were very minimal. I remember this not being... People were saying it was like a paint by numbers match for the Bucks. And it's like, yeah, okay. I kind of see that.
Yeah, they did the things.
Yeah. I would have liked, again, if the BCC didn't win the trios titles, then this would have been a perfect opportunity to have them win the tag titles to take it off of the Bucks, but not the case here, and I'm not looking forward to their newest contenders and the next match of them presumably retaining against. When we get into that discussion a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll get there. It's a weird situation with the trios titles as well. We'll have to talk about that. We had the International Championship defended successfully by Will Ospreay. That is points all round for Hack's downfall. So the new trios champions, not double champions. Will Ospreay goes on to maybe become a double champion himself. Strange. Too many belts, I think. That's what this points to for me. Everyone is champion challenging for other belts. Maybe time to unify a few.
Yeah. It's getting to the point where I'm like, yeah, you should probably consolidate the belts here a little bit.
Maybe don't need this many.
Yeah.
This was
Good
easily
match
the
up.
best match of the night for me.
Very good match, yeah. We had the Chicago Street Fight, which was the stipulation chosen by Willow Nightingale when she and Ishii beat Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway 2 weeks ago, and she lost. So that was dumb then. Why not choose a stipulation that favors you more?
Or have friends in your corner.
Or have a friend, yeah. But no, Chris Statlander wins, and that is a point for Beans and none of the rest of us. So he had the last laugh there. And it puts us all back on level. So that is what, 6 out of 8 now?
Yeah, even last week I was like, maybe Statlander gets this here with the help of Stokely, which he wasn't a factor too much, if at all. Yeah, there was that spot with the thumbtacks where she did a split into him, which looked gnarly. It was a great, I'll say this, it was a great hardcore match for sure. Yeah, I don't know where they're going with this, because now it seems like they might have another potential match down the line again.
I really wanted this to be it.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I've seen a few people say this was too much for women, too violent. I didn't have a huge problem with it. Compared to what happened later on the night anyway, it was pretty tame.
Yeah, all kicking it up, the violence. Continental Championship, which, again, that just sounds like International Championship to me. We don't need both.
Yeah.
This is a 4-way. Mark Briscoe was never going to win. Cassidy, maybe. And Takeshita, he's going to be a champion, but not the Continental Champion, according to Okada, who retains against all 3 challenges. And yeah, again, it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, it's normal.
It happened.
Sorry, I'm on the wrong thing here. There you go.
And we all predicted Okada, so points for everyone there.
I really want to see Takeshita and Okada one-on-one, because I think
it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's your money match, I feel.
Yeah, I think so. And I don't know if I have Takeshita win that one, but he's got to start winning some matches soon.
I would have him. I would do the Don Callis interference type of thing, and then that's how he gets the title off of Okada, and then maybe Okada in an act of vengeance, suspends Don Callis for a little bit. I don't know. Some type of stuff. Oh, by the way, we never did fix the typo over here this time. Sorry.
Which one was
Which one?
The Okda.
Okda.
I can't see the card. Am I on the wrong screen again?
Oh no, here. See, sorry.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's Okda.
Oh, right there, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Yeah.
So this is the bit of the show where we just made the same predictions, so not so fun. We'll run through. Mercedes Moné beat Hikaru Shida, even though Camille was banned from ringside at the Brick House.
What a shock!
Yeah,
this match was probably the dog shittiest match I've seen. Not only on the card, but I think since Mercedes has joined AEW. In my opinion,
that's 2 pay-per-views now in a row in the span of only 2 weeks, where Mercedes, no one cares about Mercedes Moné.
Yeah, despite everybody allegedly chanting CEO during her entrance, which is just typed in.
It's in the song.
Yeah.
And you do, when there's a chant to be done, you kind of do it when you're there.
I didn't.
You didn't. you made a stand. You took a stand.
I refused.
Didn't do it. I did it quite half-heartedly. Speaking of chants on the All In show, you must have seen the Sesame Daddy graphics on the Tonytron, right?
Yeah.
They didn't show it on the thing on the pay-per-view.
Huh.
No, I had a feeling they wouldn't, to be honest with you, because they were trying to make it look like we were chanting it naturally.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we weren't. We were definitely told to do that.
We were told to do it.
And it wasn't just like the graphics either. It wasn't just like plain text. They made it like animated graphics and everything.
Oh yeah.
Like, I figured this was a thing that they were going to start doing. Maybe not.
You're right though. Yeah. That's 2 weeks in a row that she essentially stunk.
Yeah.
2 pay-per-views in a row.
Pay-per-views in a row.
So yeah.
Yeah, and it's not like she's bad, but she's nothing.
And it ain't clicking.
And, yeah, it ain't clicking. Her promos always feel a bit wooden. I don't get it. I'm sure Sasha Banks was really good. Whatever happened to her?
I was just gonna say it's quite shocking in a way that how far down she's gone since Sasha Banks.
I think she joined way too late. She would have joined when she was like at the tail end of the New Japan run that she had, when she still had a little bit of steam in her sails, that probably.
Well, she was injured then, wasn't she?
Yeah,
that's why she wasn't at last year's All In.
I think the injury kind of cooled her off quite a bit, I feel, and now we're getting this.
I think she still sounds like she's reading scripts.
Yeah.
She just sounds like she doesn't want to be. I mean, there's a comment kind of relating to what happened later on the show, so I won't go into too much detail, but she got asked about the things that happened in the show, and she basically said, "Oh well, you know, it's too violent for some." I can't remember. I'm paraphrasing. It can be too violent for some people, but you know, I think that's just what we do. And it's like, it just sounded like she didn't agree with it, but she didn't want to say she didn't agree with it.
Right.
She didn't want to. I just don't think she wants to be there. To be honest, I think she's slowly realizing she made a hell of. I think same with Edge. He's thinking the same.
People say that about Edge. I don't know, because I can't imagine he'd be used that well in WWE either. Maybe
Not,
better.
but I would imagine it'll be a lot. I mean, I suppose it depends what they want to do, but I imagine it'd be a lot easier for him. I don't think he'd be out injured right now if he was in WWE.
I mean, he wouldn't be jumping off the. He wouldn't be. Yeah, he wouldn't be jumping off cages in WWE.
Yeah. He wanted to be with Christian for a while, didn't he? At the end of his career. Who knows? Speaking of the things that happened, let's do that. The first thing that happened was Bryan Danielson beating Jack Perry, again to the surprise of absolutely no one. Points for everyone. And after this match, how would you? I mean, this was a murder. We saw an actual murder.
We did.
Danielson retained. Danielson retained, and Christian came out. He was going to try to cash in his Money in the Box contract. And then the BCC kind of stopped him. And then they all went into the ring, and then Moxley pulled out a plastic bag and tried to choke out or asphyxiate Bryan Danielson.
Suffocated him, and Danielson couldn't tear the bag.
That, and they brought out like an oxygen tank from like 50 years ago to try to resuscitate him. Which I'm going with.
That carried him out.
Yeah, I'm going with the reason. That's why they didn't want to post it on social media. They realized, oh shit, we have an oxygen tank from like World War II. We can't post this. Let's ruin the shot.
Not because of the attempted murder.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, but like, what's the difference between, you know, asphyxiating somebody in pro wrestling and then having an unsanctioned match sponsored by DraftKings?
Yeah.
Where's the morality line in the sand there?
You have to ask DraftKings, I guess.
Huh.
So Moxley and Claudio and Pac turned on Bryan Danielson. Wheeler Yuta didn't. They also attacked Yuta.
Yeah, he was just crying like a baby.
He was crying like a baby. But they're the three-man champions now.
Mm.
So at some point, Wheeler is going to have to just like hand his belt over to Moxley, I guess.
Maybe.
Something like that, yeah.
Some dissension in the BCC. So that was the first one with Danielson carried out.
I didn't think that the whole suffocating thing, I didn't think it was a bigger deal as everyone's made it out to be, really. I mean,
it's not.
I've seen worse things in wrestling.
Yeah, you're right.
Something happened a little bit later on the show, which is much worse, but we'll get to that in a minute.
I think it was just because it was the bag over the head thing. Like, you see lots of blood in wrestling and head drops and stuff like that, but you don't see things that are actually just. I mean, that would kill the guy.
Yeah.
It's a strange visual you don't usually get. So that was the end of the show. The lights went out, and then they went back on again.
They actually added. Have you noticed this? They actually added more lighting because there was lights around the cage.
So the lights out
match, they added more lights.
Yeah, well, you know. So this was Hangman, Adam Page, and Swerve Strickland.
There you go. I fixed the typo. I couldn't find like
there
decent
you go.
font.
Well done.
Thank you.
And this was. It was a cage match. They did some cage match stuff, and then the weapons got involved. The one that stands out to me was the powerbomb onto the cinder block.
Yeah.
God, yeah, that looked rough, man. I thought the cinder block was gimmicked.
No.
That's the thing. It was not.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's one of those bumps. It's like, how do you take that other than to just take it? I guess you just have to do it. Yeah, that was horrible.
That was gnarly.
What stands out for you guys here? Because there was a few things to choose from for spot of the match, or spot of the night.
Well, overall, if you're gonna
that one, there you go.
The needle, the hypodermic needle.
The needle through the cheek.
This, I thought that was just stupid and unnecessary.
Yeah.
It didn't have any. It didn't do anything.
It didn't do anything. It doesn't knock the guy out.
But he ripped his
You
grills
can't
out.
even really see that it's come through.
But he ripped his grill out.
He did rip his grill out. Yeah, that's just disrespectful. It looks gross, so it's a kind of a spot, and it did make everyone go
I just didn't get it. I didn't. And then you end the match seconds after it with the big chair shots. I mean,
which they cut away on the impact, which
did.
doesn't make it any better. Like, it's still an unnecessary.
Almost makes it worse. If you're gonna do it, at least get the impact of it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You took that shot for absolutely no benefit.
Yeah.
It seems to have popped the seat off as well, so maybe that was the gimmick chair that Cody was supposed to be hit with back in the day.
5 years ago, yeah.
5 years ago, that gave him the
We
scar
gimmicked the
that's still
chair.
on his head.
Oh, God. Yeah, that was the back bruise, by the way.
Yeah,
on Hangman's back.
Yeah, that was
proof that the cinder block was indeed a real cinder block. Gnarly.
Was it the same cinder block that killed Keith Lee?
I mean, we haven't seen him in a while, so it's possible.
he was backstage at SmackDown the other night.
Oh, was he really?
Picture of him, but he's married to Meechin, isn't he? So he's probably there with it. But yeah, he's still alive.
What else have we got here? Oh, that's
But yeah, I just thought
just put a hole in the back.
exactly. He had his nails in. You can do that with your finger. Yeah, no problem.
I didn't get a shot of the fucking oxygen bottle because I really thought they would have posted the thing on social media, but they were like, "Nope, sorry, it's too gruesome."
I actually kind of like how they did that. They're saying it was too shocking.
Yeah. Also,
You know what was? I thought the best part of it, the whole thing, was JR's reaction. I thought he sold it really well.
Yeah.
Best thing he's done for a long time.
And what's stopping Christian from then cashing in on a already?
Well, yeah, there is that.
Use the money in the box a second time. Come on. That's something he would do. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that I said on Twitter afterwards. I thought the needle thing just ruined everything. Just wasn't needed.
Yeah, it was just another shock spot.
Yeah.
So in the end, that. In the end, Page with that big chair shot, he ended up winning. Swerve is out for a little while now, it seems like. And that's points for everyone except for Beans. Beans thought Swerve was gonna get his revenge for the burned down house.
He probably didn't know that, you know, Swerve has basically won every match in the rivalry here.
Yeah.
He might have been going with the mentality of, oh, he burnt his childhood house down. He's gotta get vengeance on that. So.
Yeah, exactly. And then after the match, Page teased like he was going to go back down and beat him up some more.
Oh yeah.
Chose not to, just screamed instead.
He looked absolutely diabolical on the ending here.
He did. He's lost it.
Oh god, don't get me started on Dynamite.
Well, soon.
I know, we'll get to it.
That's where we're going.
Yeah, there it is.
There he is.
Yeah, bro, what happened? Yeah, exactly.
Swerve happened.
Yeah.
Swerve messed him up.
Anyway.
So. At the end of a 12-match All Out show.
Fucking have Daniel Garcia go over, god damn it. What the fuck?
That Swerve result means Beans is in 4th place with 9. 9's still a good score. And in 1st place is all of us. That's nice. We all have 10 out of 12. A 3-way tie. We would make a great trios champions.
What?
So how many points was that for all of us here? Or for the 3 of us?
On this show, 10.
10?
10
okay.
out of 12.
That's good math, thank you.
Pretty good. So overall, that is, I don't have the number altogether, but Beans is on 26 because he missed a show. Smook, you're on 40. Will on 42, and me on 44. So actually, pretty close.
I should. If MJF is taking time off, you have the fucking opponent go over. I cannot stress that enough.
MJF is taking time.
God damn it! Because then I would have been up a point, and it would cut the deficit down by 3.
It would give you another point.
Yeah, and like they teased the fucking top rope pile driver, didn't do it, and then he hits it after the match, like as if that fucking means anything. And then they carted him off with another oxygen bottle from the goddamn Great Depression. I'm really upset by that.
Next up for AEW will be Wrestle Dream, October 12th.
Yeah, so
isn't there like a special TV at some
Arthur Ashe Grand Slam?
Arthur Ashe
Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Grand Slam, that's the one. But that's not paid.
Steve,
okay.
There was a lot of discourse online this week about how they've come to book some of that.
Okay, I guess that's where we're going then. Are we going to do a bit of Dynamite, or?
Well, I've not actually seen it, so Smoke can probably fill us in a bit on the details, but I know what I've seen online.
I don't want to recap Dynamite, because it's such a... I don't want to say... if I call it a boring show, it's kind of doing it a disservice, but it's not... It's not a good one.
It was okay.
It
There
was
was some
alright,
slow
yeah.
spots. It was okay.
So the main issue was that Darby Allin had a title shot, didn't he?
Yeah, this... Okay,
Yeah,
admittedly, this
okay,
didn't make sense.
okay.
This doesn't make sense.
This is thumbs down.
So if I got this right, because I say I've not actually seen this, I've only seen clips online. So Darby Allin had the title shot.
Right.
Then
Against Bryan Danielson,
Moxley,
yeah.
Came out.
yeah, Moxley turned up and said Danielson can't wrestle.
Yeah, he's
Give it
indisposed
to me.
of, which is a great phrase. Give it to me, yeah.
Give it to me. I assume Darby Allin said no.
Right, he was like, I used to look up to you, and after what you did to Danielson, I look up to you no more.
Right,
He was really
also
whiny.
A thumbs down, because isn't he like 30 years old now?
He was really whiny, yeah.
He was whiny, so whiny. That after you've done that, I don't want to be like you anymore. Aren't you a grown man now? I mean, not very grown, but still an adult man.
Yeah.
Why are you still... Oh, anyway.
So then after that, Nigel McGuinness turns up and says, I want to have this match with Danielson that we should have had ages ago, but now I want to have it now.
Yeah.
By the way, Danielson's okay.
And it's going to be on the same show.
Yeah, have it on the same show. He was going to have that title match with, but he's not having that now. He's having this instead.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Exactly that as my thumbs down this week. This makes no sense.
So I was talking to someone I know, that the guy I was with All In Chucks. He's a big AEW fan. He won't watch WWE. He's AEW all the way. So I was asking him because he's watched it. I said, "What's going on here? What's the story?" And he said, apparently, All In and All Out were booked in advance. So this is what apparently I've seen this mentioned online as well. Apparently, this was all booked in advance, so they only got a chance to basically fix it at this week's Dynamite. And it doesn't make any sense because they're all live shows. So
just... What do you mean they were booked in advance?
Everything's
booked in advance.
Well, exactly.
What does that mean?
I've seen a few people mention this online, so I didn't understand this. I thought you guys might have maybe to shed some light on it, but obviously not.
No, afraid not. That doesn't make any sense to me.
No, didn't make sense to me when I was told it. But there you
go. Sorry. Let me see here.
I don't get everything's booked in advance. You don't just turn it on the day and go, right, we're doing this today.
It was a live rewrite, pal. Goddamn. Yeah, I didn't. I don't get this. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Unless, like, the only thing I
understand if they want to. Sorry, I understand if they want to change things around. You know that happens in wrestling, but have a plausible story behind it.
No, I get that. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, look at Mania last year with the whole Rock Roman thing. They at least, okay, it wasn't a particularly great way they did it, but they had a reason behind it. This was just, okay, we're doing this now.
Yeah, sorry. It feels like it's appropriate here. Sorry, not the.
Oh, Darby Allin, that's.
Yeah.
I didn't even have that on my list, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he said it was a thumbs down. I'm with you.
Yeah, it's an impromptu thumbs down. See, I had, for my thumbs downs, along with the weird Darby out of world title match and blah blah, I had the referee stopping Adam Page using the chair in an unsanctioned cage match, and the referee stoppage in an unsanctioned match. X-Pac wouldn't be happy about that. And Tony Khan's weird obsession with Christian Cage. Why is Christian Cage the Money in the Bank guy? Why is he coming out as a main eventer now?
Yeah. Good point, though.
What was that last one? I'm sorry, I was typing.
Tony Khan's weird obsession with Christian Cage. Remember when he debuted?
And
Tony Khan said that it was like a Hall of Fame caliber guy. And it's Christian. What the hell? And now he's like in world title matches and stuff. Like he's not 50 years old and like a mid-card comedy actor. I don't get it.
we go.
So yeah, there you go. I got four thumbs down today.
Yeah, I going back to the Danielson stuff. The only thing that I could make of it that seemingly would make sense is if there is some sort of health concern with Danielson to where they have to expedite this going forward. Like, okay, Darby can wrestle Danielson later, or have the Moxley Darby match for the number one contendership to face Danielson, or the title, or whoever has it at that point. You can do that later. I'm wondering if maybe there's something up with Danielson's health to where they want to do the Nigel match as soon as possible. Tease it at Arthur Ashe, where it's Nigel and Danielson, and then maybe Moxley interferes, and then the match doesn't happen, and then you have the whole thing come to a head at Wrestle Dream, maybe in a 3-way or something.
I mean, the Nigel Danielson match.
I'll say this. I'll say this. I don't think the Grand Slam Arthur Ashe match is going to happen. I think that is going to be fodder or a setup for Wrestle Dream. Something's going to interrupt it, I feel.
Yeah, I can see that.
Could be.
It's like that.
I think
that's like you literally have a pay-per-view called Wrestle Dream. You have the biggest dream match to ROH fans happening on the 15th anniversary. Like, come on. Like, what are you doing?
I think if obviously Nigel's not willing to get back in the ring, they should have done this at Wembley.
Yeah, I think the announcement, or something like that should have happened at Wembley. I think maybe him getting involved physically was kind of just a tease a little bit of like him, like, hey, I'm clear to go.
I think they should do the match at Wembley.
Oh, yeah.
They should have done that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But
that would have messed everything up. If they could only do it once, they should have done it All Out instead of the Jack Perry match.
All Out would have been also fitting, yeah. Like, that would have been more fitting than Jack Perry trying to just be like, I'm one of the four pillows. I'm gonna prove my legacy. I'm
That's
evil.
That's also kind of weird that Jack Perry got that title match instead of Darby Allin.
Yeah.
That could have solved this whole thing as well.
Yeah. If Darby got the match first, because he had the title
then that's
shot.
wrapped up.
Yeah, exactly.
Do that.
Yeah.
Something weird is going on there for sure.
Yeah, something.
Any positivity to balance us out?
Okay, for me, Nigel versus Danielson at Grand Slam, despite the Darby match being bumped. The pop for the Outrunners during that tag team gauntlet match.
Yeah.
I
wasn't expecting that. I didn't realize that they'd become a meme.
Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum, the Outrunners. They're great. I saw the interview with RJ City on Hey EW, and they get a thumbs up for me. They're great. I don't know how. Like, I even said during the show, after that pop, how do you don't make an audible to have them win and become number one contenders? Like, I don't know how you do that. Otherwise, you're a coward. And
no, too soon.
No, come on.
It's a good sign. You do something with them. You don't just leave it at this. But you've got a plan.
Yeah.
Features one of your top guys. You can't just change on the fly. This is going to be a bigger thing too. What they're doing with the tag stuff. That's going to be a bigger thing.
True. Also, there's new SmackDown graphics, which we'll get into a little bit later. SmackDown last night was the first episode on USA to kick off the USA Network era. with the new contract deal, and yeah, everything looked super sleek from what I saw a little bit from before we started recording here. For a thumbs down, AEW thinking a bunch of pocket change could damage a Bentley.
Excellent thumbs down.
It
probably would do a bit of a, would scratch the paintwork a little bit. But this, I don't know, presumably you guys felt the same, because there was that legendary thing where Austin dumped the cement into Vince's thing, and they still shipped that around to the Access events and stuff. That's like a classic wrestling moment. This was so weak compared to that.
Jericho
wasn't even full of coins.
Yeah, no, it was like, it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. Just a little bit of context. Jericho wanted his $7,000 orange jacket, which, by the way, that's not a bad looking jacket. I'm sorry. Even if it's like airbrushed or whatever, or gimmicked up a little bit to sell the, hey, it was soaked in orange juice or whatever. It's not a bad looking jacket, if you ask me. It's got a little flair and style to it. But anyway, Jericho wanted his reimbursement, and Orange said, hey, I don't have it on me, but I know some guys that can help me out, and pans over to a forklift with Kyle O'Reilly and the Briscoe guy with a forklift of change, pocket change here, and they just dump it on Jericho's new Bentley, which totally wasn't from like a local car dealership in Jeffersonville. Yeah, this thing barely... Oh man, you scratched up the windshield. Okay, cool. Big deal.
There's a light scattering of coins all over the interior.
Yeah.
And the announcers had to pretend that this was like this massive own that Orange Cassidy is just... Oh, he's just wrecked his Bentley.
And then, I referenced the Vince McMahon cement. That angle is so good, too.
That's the point as well. If you bought a new car, the last place I'm taking it to is a wrestling show.
You know Braun Strowman's going to flip it over. Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Things that have happened to cars at wrestling shows over the years, I'm leaving that alone.
Yeah.
And like this enraged, when I watched this enraged me so much that I even like that I had it on the fucking
put it in
the
there
graphic.
Early.
Yeah. Put it in there early. So
nice.
It just looked so low budget.
Yeah.
Also, why has Orange Cassidy actually paid him back for the jacket? Because that's kind of lame too, isn't it? Does he actually think he owes Jericho $7,000? That's a lot of money.
I mean, yeah. Unless that wasn't $7,000 in coins.
I don't know how much it was. It wasn't enough coins. I'll say that. It should have been a lot more coins to fill that car up with coins. I don't know. It just seems like, you want to do some minor damage to Jericho's rental car. You got to spend $7,000 to get this like minor own.
Oh, everything's like, hey, what? Just get this rare penny that's a defect for $7,000. Yeah, I really would like to see what $7,000 in pure pocket change would look like, honestly. I don't know. It just seems... If you got the money to get a Bentley, and to do like a vandalizing spot like that, at least go all out with it. Don't half-ass it to where it's like... to the point where it looks like you're being frugal, you know?
Who gives a fuck?
I mean, you're right, Eric. I'm sorry.
He's got a point.
He's got a point. This is a forum.
It's a forum. I have about 7,000 pennies all sorted by year and common variance. So that's what 7,000 pennies looks like.
I mean, I can't see the height of it, but...
I mean, I guess it would have to be 700 8,000 though, right? So
Yeah.
I've done the wrong search.
It's alright. This person's got it sorted by year too. What the fuck? That's crazy. Die-hard coin collector there.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pennies.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on from pennies.
Yeah. Thumbs up. What do you got?
I'll let Will take this one. He hasn't done any thumbs yet.
You've
Will?
kind of stolen me thunder really with the new SmackDown
Here, you can
look,
have it.
graphics.
You can have it.
It all looked good, but then this kind of goes to a thumbs down. The theme is terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of heard
I
it
believe
before
it's
the show. And I'm not
Megan
crazy
Thee
about it.
Stallion,
Yeah.
who I believe is top of the hit parade right now.
Top of the hit parade?
Yeah. Will is from the 1950s.
I am.
Where those oxygen bottles come from.
It's all about cool.
Yeah, I've heard the name before, but I don't know much about it. Or want to know much about it.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about hearing it either. She seems pretty popular and cool.
Well, I'm guessing that's why they've done it. Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously she's a popular. I believe the song with the actual track as well. This features someone from BTS.
Oh.
I've heard of them.
K-pop.
I believe they're quite popular on the hit parade as well.
Oh my god.
So
Those kids are everywhere these days.
the
The
Oh,
BTSs, they're all over the place.
Sorry, I accidentally bumped Dave Meltzer off of that. Sorry about that.
Accidentally
don't
bumped
do
Dave
that.
Meltzer off.
if only.
Wow! Good lord. No
Edit
love
that
for
one
Dave,
out.
apparently. I like Dave Meltzer still. I think he's still... He's not perfect by any means, but he's still, like, a good wealth of knowledge of, like, past, the history of pro wrestling and, like,
Yeah.
the lineage of, like, titles and championships and things like that, and can basically recall things on the top of his noggin.
Yeah,
It's just... Yeah, the company towing with AEW and the fact that, like, the way he gets stuff wrong these days is really abhorrent.
That's what I mean. He's good at stuff that's happened in the past. Don't get me wrong, but anything in the last 10 years, there's no clue. I was gonna say something about him, and I forgot what it was. Probably something offensive. I had another thumbs up, and I forgot what it was. Oh, the street fight on Raw, the Wyatt Six versus American Made.
Wondering about those guys, if they've done anything notable.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty. A lot of people. It was a bit of bad timing, really, because it come the day after two people got murdered on AEW. So hitting someone with a trash can lid didn't really have the effect.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they debuted by killing loads of guys, including Chad Gable.
That's true.
So, yeah.
But yeah, it was for what WWE do. It was a pretty good match. I don't think what else has happened this week. The guy from TNA, what's his name? The Hammerstone.
Hammerstone?
You mean TNA?
Yeah,
with the walking weapon, Alex.
Yeah.
Hold on.
He turned up in NXT. That's the guy.
Yeah, this guy. Alex Hammerstone. I'm thinking of somebody else. Of Alexander, I think. This is the walking weapon. I might have gotten my monikers mixed up. Stop playing that there. Yeah, so he showed up in NXT. Yeah, I kind of briefly heard a little bit of that.
Pretty good match. He seems to be the next one to come over from TNA. There was a little segment that I didn't watch Impact. I don't watch Impact, but I seen the clip on
Josh
last
Alexander.
night.
Sorry. Just one.
Yeah, he's already there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a clip of Santino Marella. So they've done this new thing now where they've got, is it Ariana Grace from NXT?
Mm-hmm.
She's now the TNA NXT liaison. So she was on Impact talking about getting people to, like a bit of a GM type role. But Santino Marella is the sheriff of Impact.
I want to be mad at that, but that seems like something his character would be.
Yeah, he does play quite well.
Is he still Santino Marella?
Yeah, he's called. Yeah, I don't know why he's allowed to keep that name, but he is.
It's because WWE bought out TNA.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I still think they haven't made that announcement public yet.
Yeah.
I don't think it's happened yet, but I think it's coming.
I do think it's coming too.
Looks that way.
So yeah, Santino Marella is the sheriff of Impact. Ariana Grace from NXT is his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a nice little moment where they were backstage at Impact last night.
Oh, okay.
Being father and Santino is still Santino in his
course.
usual. So that was kind of cool. What else has happened? Oh, we've had actually no, we've already talked about that. That was last week. I can't think of any more thumbs up. I think that'll do.
Okay.
Okay.
Chucks, what do you got?
Thumbs up. Probably not worth a full thumbs up on its own, but I did quite enjoy. Tony Schiavone on the pay-per-view said, "You know what they say about logic," and JR said, "It's not used much in pro wrestling," which is true. That's true. I thought I'd write that down. That was amusing. My thumbs ups, I've got two. One of them is whatever John Moxley is doing, because I'm not quite sure what it is yet. But I think it's working.
Nazi, isn't he?
Well, he hasn't said anything explicitly Nazi yet.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Oh, God. No.
But he has shaved his head.
He is choking people.
He has choked. Yeah, I mean, it's a very white guy, so I don't really know what, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe that's where it's going.
He is wearing Peter Griffin's outfit.
Yeah, it is.
If it does end up going that way, I will revoke this thumb. But for now, I'm giving him a thumbs up, because I think the kind of new brutal beatdown faction group taking over is done all the time. And this one, I think it's what the hell?
Wow.
I'm not wrong. Somebody in the Discord posted that.
And it looks so casual about it too.
Yeah.
It doesn't look angry or like. Yeah, whatever they're doing, I think it's working. I quite like Pac being involved in there. He's been directionless. He's been angry for 5 years now and has never really gone anywhere. So I don't know. Maybe this fits. There it is. He's wearing the white and the green. Yeah, we'll see where it goes, but I think it's a good start. And the other one, of course, is. Oh, I can't copy and paste the picture. Copy link. There you go. It is this guy. You must have seen this picture doing the rounds this week.
Yeah, no, who's that?
That's Batista.
That's 18-year-old Batista with
Yeah.
PS1 hair.
Looks like he's part of like a
Squarest
Yakuza
head.
video game
Yeah.
for some reason. I don't know why.
Looks like the dude out of what's it called?
Virtua Fighter.
Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, big thumbs up for 18-year-old Batista with hair.
Huh.
And I don't know if you've seen the picture of him recently.
Is it the picture CM Punk reposted or something on Instagram? Whatever the term is.
I don't know where I'm going to find it now.
Sorry, say that again. Am I being cued for something?
No. I'm looking for it. There's a recent picture of Batista, and he's lost all of his muscle.
Yeah, no, he's thin and trim now.
Mm.
I think he said he's like 250 or 260 pounds now or something like that. Or that might have been what he used to be. It seems odd to just be like, what's his current weight? Today's show, one day ago, actor Dave Bautista reveals he lost 75 pounds. Oh, look at that! They also referenced Chris Van Vliet. He's making the rounds, man. He's on the Today Show here. At 6'4" and 240 pounds, next to a much smaller actor, I look like a gorilla, and it's distracting.
There you go.
Oh yeah. There you go. Ta-da.
He looks like a spiritual guru. He looks like Gandhi or something. Like somebody climb up a mountain to visit him and he'd bestow some knowledge on you.
He apparently collects lunchboxes, believe it or not.
Yeah, he always has. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I didn't see the video, but it was in my recommendations the other day, and I was like, huh. That's something I would have never guessed he does.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like look, it's even like back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah.
Huh.
He loves a lunchbox.
Didn't know that.
Each their own.
Oh.
I collect things.
Oh jeez. Thank you, Batista. We know. That's crazy. He's got him like all in like these display cases too. I don't want to. Just in case, I don't want to like play too much of the video here. It's from Complex, but
Gotcha.
yeah, Fat
It's,
Albert. There you go.
and the Cosby Kids.
That one's probably not worth a lot these days, I would have to say. All things considered.
It's only the Cosby Kids. They didn't do anything.
They're
It's not
accessories.
their fault.
They're
They're
accessories. too.
accessories. I don't think they were involved in the,
He's got one of Ellen over here.
that probably wouldn't fly either.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's not
She's awful.
the favourite that she
Yeah.
used to be. Popeye, I don't think Popeye's done anything wrong. Except the, spousal abuse.
Drax down on the bottom right. Let's
Tony
see.
the Tiger, he's still great.
That's right.
Mm.
The Hulk, he's alright. He's not cancelable yet. Popeye, Mickey Mouse, Superman, Star Trek.
Mhm.
Okay. Bruce Lee in the top there. Elvis, I think. NFL. Okay. Washington, team name that's no longer socially correct to say. Dune, Hulk Hogan over here. Okay.
What's he in Dune?
What else is there? Hold on, let me. Does he have his own theater? Wait a minute, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, if you had his money, you would, wouldn't you? Especially
Yeah,
if
you
you were
would,
in
wouldn't you?
films.
Yeah.
That's badass, dude.
It looks great.
Let's see. Anything else? I'm trying to see on the side here. Popeye, Mickey Mouse, Lone Ranger. Okay, Lone Ranger probably would be a mint. That, for whatever reason, is like top dollar. Because of the Lone Ranger TV show or something. E.T. Oh, wow. E.T. has all the accessories. Oh, he's got a foosball table. Wait a minute.
That's another thing. Like, I wouldn't need Batista's money to get a table football, but I'd need a little more than I've got right now and a big enough room. And that would be one of my first things, I think.
Dude's got pinball table? Okay, Batista's the greatest. All right. He's goated. He's goated. I have zero issue with Batista now. I never had one before, and I don't think I will ever have one with him in the future, unless he does something incredibly cancelable or whatever.
And even then, you'll take a second thought that he does have all those pinball machines.
That's right.
Have you ever seen AJ Styles' house?
Oh,
the one that he built? Yeah, I watch it every Friday night.
Well done. No, he did. I think it was Up, Down, Down with Xavier Woods a while back.
Check that video out.
And,
I'll definitely watch it when I'm done here. Sorry.
He's got every gaming system you could possibly imagine.
Really?
He's got all kinds. I'll try and dig it out for you. He's got all kinds, even like loads of retro ones right up to modern day. He built a whole room in his house for the film.
Huh.
I'm sure he's got some like niche ones that are pretty difficult to get hold of, but I think I could make a pretty good game.
Yeah,
room.
he points out because obviously he's done a lot of wrestling in Japan.
Yeah. Oh, there's a shop over there that they all go to.
Yeah.
All of the gamer nerds that wrestle for New Japan, there's a shop that they all go to and they spend all their money there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've always got stuff.
Alrighty.
Yeah, mine
Anything
goes
else?
back from. I've got the current gen. It goes back to the Mega Drive here somewhere. Spectrum. That's my oldest one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the old ZX Spectrum with the cassette tapes.
We've
I've
got
a TV that would take that anymore.
Top management brothers, but I'm sure it's still in my loft here. The Commodore.
Ah, nice. I don't think I've ever actually played the Commodore.
I'm sure it's still in the loft.
Well, maybe between us we can build a retro gaming
room.
cafe. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, wrong thing. Anything else before we go?
Just a quick one on the shows. On Raw, they announced for Bad Blood, which is the next pay-per-view.
Coming up soon, I believe.
It's the 5th of October, I think. Yeah, not far away.
So that would be Bad Blood first, and then
next
Wrestle
one,
Dream.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They're
doing Hell in a Cell?
Punk McIntyre inside the Hell in a Cell. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Ooh.
So that could be fun.
I feel like CM Punk's got to win that.
You'd think so.
He's no longer controlled by the bracelet. He's got to win.
Did you, speaking of the bracelet, did you see the story about the bracelet this week?
Should have thumbs down that bracelet, yeah.
So, the person that made it originally for Punk, the fan that gave him it years ago.
Yeah.
They started selling it on WWE Shop.
That's right.
And she wasn't too happy about it because they didn't tell her anything and they didn't do anything to tell her or give her anything. And then as soon as it went up, it went down quite quickly.
Yeah.
And it's now being put back up, and they've changed it where it did say AJ and Larry. It now just says CM Punk. And you'd assume that by doing that, she's got no rights to it because it's just a friendship bracelet, isn't it? And you'd assume as well, being a, I mean, I don't know what she does, but I assume she's just a fan. She probably won't have any kind of money to take them to court or anything. So they're just gonna do it, aren't they, and get away with it? It would be nice if they said to her, here's some free tickets at least or something. But
why not just give her a little cut of? I can't imagine they'll be making that much money on these little friendship bracelets. Just give us give her a percentage. What the hell?
If that was
£10
me,
for those beads is ridiculous.
I know it is, isn't it?
Apparently, last purchased about an hour ago here.
Yeah, I'm dubious about anything with a site that says that. I'm always dubious because it's always very. The last purchase is always very recently.
Oh, come on! What's wrong with stores telling you, "Oh, limited supply, order now"?
Exactly, it makes you think it's gonna run out.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I thought if they're just gimmicking it up, yeah, that's kind of scuzzy. He said
if that was me and I'd made that, and you see, obviously that they're now selling it. I'd be, being a fan as well. You'd be happy with, just there's some free tickets every time we're in town. You can come for free or something like that.
Yeah, give her a cut.
Well, give her a cut. Yeah, that would be the main thing. But
what's the description on the bracelet there on the shop? So CM Punk keeps scroll down a little bit. He keeps a reminder of his love for his wife and furry four-legged family member Larry in the form of a friendship bracelet with his own name on. No, that only makes sense if it's got AJ and Larry written.
They've not changed that, have they?
Yeah, I guess they didn't do a write-up on that. Maybe Larry's one of the stars.
Well, did you know they've actually made this Larry merchandise on there?
Yeah, there's only one black star, so that's Larry.
There's a T-shirt in the style of one of Punk's shirts that says CM Pose on it.
Wow.
So,
that's.
And then there's another one with a picture of Larry itself on it.
Yeah, CM Punk here. Let's see if we can find it. It's been a while since we perused the WWE shop here.
AEW weren't selling Larry merchandise, were they?
No, almost gone. Last purchase 16 hours ago.
CM Pose is quite clever. I do like that.
Best in the world, Larry. Yeah. Yeah, they should support the artist. Absolutely, I'm with you on that. They should definitely write a check to her.
There's that other one there, that black one with Larry, like a horror poster. Yeah, slobbering time.
Okay, that's a good. Okay,
that's quite good.
That's good. And the best boy in the world by grabbing this
best boy in the world.
Oh man.
Did you really? Sorry, before we do, I know we want to go. There's a kind of a big story about NXT that no one's really covering at the minute. So they're going to the CW. I think it's the week after next. Mm-hmm. They announced the first show is in Chicago. I believe Punk's going to be there.
Out of the Performance Center, yeah.
Yeah, and then the second show was supposed to be in St. Louis with Orton was going to be there. That was just his hometown, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Orton was going to be on the show. They quietly announced over the weekend that they've moved it to another arena.
Madison Square Garden.
No, it's a much smaller arena. I need to get the details up, but I think the one that they were in was 12,000. And I believe the one they've moved it to is 3,000 because it wasn't selling a lot of tickets. And they've not made a big deal about this at all. Which they wouldn't, would they really? But yeah, it's a bit weird. They're still advertising Orton as being there. It's not in his hometown anymore, but okay, no one's bothered about that as much as I was.
Well, no, it's a thing.
It's fine. Sorry, I got distracted with this article of like, what are they doing now?
Where are they now?
Yeah. Mark Marrow's a motivational speaker.
He is, yeah.
Dean Malenko, unfortunately with Parkinson's, senior producer and coach for AEW.
Mm.
Yeah, most of these are understandable. Midian's a chef, apparently. Alex Wright's a wrestling
We don't want to be naked chef. That's
it's already taken. Spike Dudley financial.
it's already
advisor.
taken. Taken in. Nothing that splatters.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
No, there was one.
I think that's
Okay.
it.
All right. Hopefully, we'll be back next week live back on YouTube. Let's do a quick check here. Let's take a little look-see under the hood here. If I hit the start stream button now, the way this is set up, yeah, it's in a bandwidth test mode with Twitch, which handy dandy feature, highly recommend. Let's see if I give this a hit here. Are we still dropping frames here? Let's see. I got a little nervous. It said 3,000 kbps there for a second. Oh. Yeah, it's still acting up. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that was a good, fun experiment while it lasted. Alrighty. Well, I'm glad we put this one in the can. Let's just put it that way. Hopefully this gets fixed next week. So, yeah. Whatever this issue is causing this. So, we'll be back hopefully live. If not, we'll tape another one in the can next week. Hopefully you'll be there. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys then. Anything else?
No.
No.
Alrighty. Take care, everybody. Good night.